Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Cooking with Mrs. G. We are going to make something totally different today, but first, take a look at your surroundings. Where are we? We aren't in Mrs. G's kitchen, are we? Nope. We are at Miano School in the staff kitchen, where Mrs. G is going to make some grilled cheese, pepperoni, pizza sandwiches. All right? So what do we need to do that? Well, first we need to remember the kitchen rules at Mrs. G's house. It still applies here at school, right? Always remember to wash your hands before touching and prepping any foods. Always cook with an adult. You always want to be safe, friends. And last, you always want to remember, never ever take any products with peanuts or nuts of any kind to school because we want all of our little friends to be safe. Okay, so let's begin. Let's go wash our hands first. How about if we sing the ABC song today? Sound good? All right, while we wash our hands, get a little bit of soap. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Okay, let's rinse them off really well. Okay, let's dry our hands. Pretty cool that we get to videotape today at Miano. I thought it might be a nice little treat for you guys to see us at school and how it would be, right? I know it's not in our classroom, but that's okay. We can make do. All right, so what do we need to make pizza grilled cheese sandwiches? Well, you can use almost any topping you want, but you need to have bread, pizza sauce, cheese, something to cook it on. Mrs. G brought her griddle from home because it's really cool for making sandwiches on instead of using the stove, but you guys can use the stove at home if you want to with an apparent, right? Now, and I got pepperoni. Some people don't like pepperoni. Someone might like ham, or maybe you just want to just have cheese pizza for your sandwich. That's okay too. However you want your toppings to be is fine. But today I'm making it with pepperoni, Parmesan cheese, some oregano spice because pizza sauce and pizzas always have oregano and Parmesan cheese on them, just so you guys know, right? And then cheese and pizza sauce and bread. And yeah, so let's begin. So I made some special bread up at home last weekend and I brought some in. I thought it might be nice for sandwiches. If you don't have homemade bread at home, you can always use normal bread, whatever bread you have. So let's begin. I'm gonna cut off some nice pieces. Normally Mr. G videotapes for me, but today, because we're only allowed to have staff at school, Miss Anhorn is here with me from room 7. Yay, welcome Miss Anhorn. So she's doing the videotaping for me. So let's begin by, we have 2 pieces of bread. I'm gonna use some margarine or butter and butter on the inside a little bit so that our ingredients stick to it better. Okay. All right. I'm gonna make a sandwich for Miss Anhorn too.
Yay!
Okay. So after you butter your bread, which I know you guys can do and you would be very good at it, you're going to take your toppings and get them ready to go. Oh, first we need to warm up my pan. Friends, this is going to get very hot, just like when we make pancakes in our classroom. So no touching it, right? This is for adults only. I have some cooking spray that we're going to put on there too, as soon as our toppings are ready to go so that it doesn't get all too hot and burn on there for us. So First, what we're gonna do is put on a little bit of pizza sauce. And then, oh, jeepers. I'm getting really ahead of myself because I forgot to cut us some pepperoni. Miss Anhorn, would you like to have pepperoni on your sandwich?
I would love it, thank you.
Okay. Now, have an adult help you with this because I don't want you to get hurt with a knife. Sometimes you have to use a sharp knife. Now you want to make sure you have enough toppings and thinly sliced as much as possible to go on. And then we need some cheese too. You can use shredded cheese, you can use any kind of cheese you want. I just have some marble cheese. I didn't have time to shred it before I brought it in, so we're just gonna cut some off and put it on with it. This knife doesn't want to cut it. All right. I guess it'll end up kind of shredded after all. This is where if you want to eat a little piece of cheese, go right ahead. Have a little piece of pepperoni if you wanted to. Okay, let's see if that's enough of that for now. Okay, so I'm going to take my Parmesan cheese and sprinkle it over top of the sauce on 2 sandwiches. And I'm gonna take some oregano. Now, if you don't really like Parmesan cheese or oregano spices, that's okay. You don't have to use them if you don't want to, okay? Make your sandwich however you like. Just plain cheese too if you want to. Then we're gonna take some pepperoni and we're gonna put on the inside of our sandwich. Like that. I think 4 pieces on the inside is pretty good. Then we're going to take a little bit more sauce. Sprinkle it over. Okay. And then some cheese we'll put on. Okay. And we're going to take piece of our bread, squish it down on, and the other piece of the bread and put it on. Right. Now, this is where we're going to spray it lightly with some cooking spray to our stuff. See how hot that is? Yay. Maybe Mrs. G will just use a little bit of margarine on there instead. Just to be safe. Okay, then we're going to put some more butter, I know, on this side, since our cooking spray didn't work so good. And we're gonna stick it right on there. You hear that sizzling? That means the bread is starting to heat up with the margarine on the other side. I'm gonna do the exact same there. And some more here. I know that I had said that I was going to show you the last items that we made, but I forgot to bring them with me. So on my next video that I make, it's going to be edible cookie dough. We will have a dish there ready to show you the peanut butter squares we made and the golden graham s'more squares we made. I have some put aside and ready to show you when it's time. All right, I'm just gonna wash my hands quick again because I got pizza sauce all over them. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna let the sandwich heat up and cook till it's nice and brown on the other side. It could take a little bit, I'm not too sure. Let's take a look at it now and see. How do you think it'll look? Oh, let's give it a flip over. Look at that, friends. Okay, let's flip this one over too. Now Mrs. G is gonna push this down because it's a nice thick sandwich. Our cheese might take a little bit longer to melt because it wasn't shredded cheese, but that's okay. All right. I hope everybody's doing good at home and that you're enjoying the cooking shows. And I hope that you guys are able to make some yummy treats at home with your parents. Now, this is not done yet. While this is cooking, we're gonna do some more cheese up because we wanna be able to bake it or like cook it over top, because once it's done there, we're gonna like flip it over onto some cheese and some more pepperoni. This is a horrible mess. That's a good idea, Miss Anhorn.
Thank you.
Use the bigger knife. Well, I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's because our cheese is a little bit soft. Okay. I'm just going to give it a little shred because it might be easier to melt it. We've been pretty busy here at Miano, getting things ready to go for you kids to learn at home and helping with the teachers like that. It's been great. I hope you guys are learning and doing your classes at home for your teachers. All right, let's take a look at that side now. Almost. Ooh, can you hear the sizzle, friends? That means that the margarine is helping cook the bread so it makes it nice and toasty.
Which melts the cheese.
Yes, which helps melt the cheese because the heat makes it nice and warm and makes it all gooey like that. Oh, you know what I'm gonna need, friends? I'm gonna need a plate. Let's see, where are they? Over there. All right. Let's take another look at this one. Oh, look and see them. Cheese is starting to melt there. Awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to move this over like this. And we're going to take some cheese and put directly on the pan. Then we're going to take our sandwich and a couple pieces of pepperoni. We're going to take our sandwich and put it over top. And push it down and hope it all sticks together in the end. You never know. Mrs. G used to love cheese melted like that, but now it makes my tummy sore, so I don't get to eat melted cheese anymore. Okay, and we'll take this sandwich and put on there. Push it down. Smells pretty good in here, I have to admit. See the cheese is melting? And it's gonna get a little crusty on that side. Can you hear it bubbling and cooking? Let me tell you, it smells pretty good in here too. What do you think, Miss Alcorn?
Smells great. I can't wait to eat it.
Okay, so now this is a very hot part, so you've got to be careful. Take your sandwich, flip it over. That one on a look later. All right, friends, take a look. Here we go. All right, friends. What do you think? Let's give them a cut on the inside and take a look. Kind of looks like pizza, doesn't it? I think so. It's very hot, so make sure adults help with that, okay, guys? And then you can take a little extra sauce for dipping. Because I know my son at home with grilled cheese sandwiches, he likes to have ketchup with them to dip with. A lot of people do. But with this being pizza, it's probably best if we use pizza sauce. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to the next one with you, where we are making edible cookie dough. That's yummy. All right, enjoy your sandwiches, be safe, and take care. Miss yous. Bye.